Hey, what's going on, working class hustlers of America and all across the globe? It's your main Horace, also known as La Machine. And this is a video that I'm doing just to encourage anybody that, really wants to get to the bag. And if you're like me, you work a regular job, you don't want to quit that job, you want to add more to it, you embrace work. You have to be able to embrace work if you're going to get to the type of bag that I get to. So, you guys came here wanting to talk about how much money I made last month. So let's get right to it. So, number one, as the title says, you're talking about $45,516. Guys, I do not get to keep all of that. That's okay. If you learn how to make it, you get to keep whatever you can manage. That's part of being a good business person. There's two parts to this, to making the money, the whole wealth building thing. There's making the money, and then there's managing the money, managing the cash flow, keeping money, growing. All of that that's on you. That's not on me. So, I'm just here to encourage anybody that wants to do the work. I've been driving truck since the tender age of 28. I'm getting close to 58 now. I'll be 56 this year. But let's get to it. So the first thing we're going to look at is the money that I make as a truck driver. Okay. Now, you guys got to understand, to do six figures as a truck driver, that is not a big thing. Okay. People do that all the time. You can expect to do that. Okay. The only question with that is, how hard are you going to have to work to get it? Now, you guys, some of you who follow me, you know who I work for. If you want to get into that, you got my number. You can respond in the comments, and we can get into that if you want to. But what I want to talk to you about is this. Today is April the 21st. The year is 2025. So we're going to look at last month, and I get paid every 2 weeks. And we're not looking at the net. We're looking at the gross. So in the month of March, I had two pay periods. One paid me $3,574.70. The other pay period, $4,378.58. And if you add those two together, I gross, not net, I gross $7,953.28. I will do six figures. And like I said, I'm not bragging about that. If you want to get into trucking, nowadays you can expect, it is not unrealistic to expect to do six figures. If you want to get to it, it's going to depend on what kind of company you're with, what you're hauling. There are different factors. You guys know, I drive a fuel tanker. Okay. I deliver fuel. I do six figures working on average about 40 to 45 hours a week. That's great. But let's just be honest, guys. I'm pulling a bomb down the street. So I'm not out here trying to brag. You might not be willing to do that. But then we get over to what I do in addition to my full-time job driving a truck. And yes, I'm home every night, whatever. You guys know, if you follow this channel, that's what this is all about. I sell on Amazon primarily as my other business, my other income stream. The other way is Walmart, but I don't do as much on Walmart. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the profit analyzer through the software I use called VQ. And if you look at last month, I did $36,563.53, and that was through both Amazon and Walmart. And guys, I do not get to keep this. We're not even going to get into that. That's a whole nother, ball of wax to unpack. If that's something that you're curious about, leave a comment, get at me. If you want to get into this, you have to take the responsibility to be able to say, okay, look, Let me figure out how to make $45,000 a month, and then I can tweak it so that I get to keep what I get to keep, or learn other tricks, tactics. When you know how to make money. Actually, you know what? I don't think you. Let's see here. Hold on a second. Hold tight. Having some technical difficulties. So there it is. I didn't show it before. I thought I was showing it and I wasn't. So here you can see last month, $36,563.15. And like I said, that's between Amazon and Walmart. When you add the two together, when you add what I did on Amazon and Walmart plus what I grossed through my regular job, that is where you come up with the bread, okay, that we're talking about. Again, guys, this is to encourage you. It is so important with all the noise that's going on out here about, you know, what's happening in the economy, you know, stupid stuff like that. Guys, I'm here to encourage you. If you want to get to the bag, I promise you can get to the bag. This is what this channel is all about. If you're willing to embrace the work, if you're willing, I'm talking to you now. If you are willing to text the words working class hustler to talk to somebody who can help you absolutely free. I've been doing this for years. If you're willing to sign up for my free webinar so that you can learn exactly how I'm doing this, okay, and not have to buy some course, okay? Matter of fact, if you're into courses, we got a free course. Sign up for it. It don't cost you nothing. Fully built out course. We're constantly adding modules just as soon as I can. I made the commitment. If you're willing to subscribe to this channel, because I'm coming out here every day, every chance I get before I go to work. Please understand, hustlers. Please understand what I'm doing. This is not easy, and I'm not looking for easy, okay? I am not looking for easy. I'm looking to get it out of the mud because that's the only way I know how to get it, okay? So, you know, it's nothing to it, guys. You go to Amazon.com, you start you an account. You can start one for, actually, you can start one for free. You know, there's no reason you can't do this. And again, I cannot encourage you enough. This is for the person that wants to get out of debt. That's what I'm working on right now. This is for the person. Shout out to my truck drivers. Truck drivers, they're not excuse type people. They trying to get to the bag, and that's all there is to it. So we're already kindred spirits. This is for my working class hustlers that have been rocking with me for years, but you're not seeing the growth. There's something you need to be doing. And there's something you need to be asking. You need to be asking me, how did I double? And I'm going beyond doubling my income. And it's taken me, why did it take me almost 8 years to get to where I'm at? What changed? What clicked? What exactly did I do? This video, I can't get into all of that right now. Okay. But if you're willing to subscribe so that you get notified every time we put out an uploaded, edited video, every time I'm getting ready to go live. Some of you are here right now because you got the notification last night. This is a commitment that I've made to you. Now you got to make the commitment. Look in the mirror. Go look in the mirror and talk to yourself and make the commitment. A commitment is a promise that you make to yourself. Make it today. Oh my goodness. Whew. Guys, I've always been transparent. And I'm going to keep on being transparent. You're looking at an old man right now that made a lot of mistakes. Well, you got to pay for those mistakes. Good. It requires work. It requires hard work. It's not going to be easy. But your growth, your development, And everything good that you want is going to come from the hard work. The mistakes. Guys, if you want to do this, it's time to get going. You don't look, it's not about me trying to impress you. It's about me trying to impress upon you the possibilities if you're willing to do the work. Here's what I can promise you. I cannot promise you easy. The people that are promising you easy, you always notice they want some money and they want to sell you these courses. Guys, we got to stop it. We got to stop it. We got to be willing to work. Okay. And I'm sorry if it seems like I'm over passionate, if I'm really trying to beat up on you and I'm not being easy and I'm not telling you that you can get something for nothing. I'm just not willing to do it. I apologize if that's what you came here for. You're not going to be satisfied. But here's what I can promise you. I have been willing to embrace work. I don't run from work. I have been willing to embrace hard. And it is paying off for me. And if you're willing to do that, the rewards are going to be unbelievable. I've been out here since 2017. I'm not going anywhere. What about you? Are you ready? Are you ready to really make that change? Where are my truck drivers out there? Leave a comment. You guys, I've been doing this a long time. I've seen truckers run upwards 6 logbooks. How do you can't run from work if you're willing to run 6 books? Why are you doing that? Because you want to work more. Multiple streams of income, guys. That's where it's at. Understand where I'm coming from. I never talk about, fire your boss and quit working for the man. I like multiple income streams. There's just no amount of work that I'm not willing to get if I can get to it. So I know I kind of went off on a tangent, but thank you so much for taking a moment to spend some time with me. I hope that you were encouraged. I hope that you keep coming back. Maybe go back. We got over 500 videos out there. Hey, what's going on, Karen? So you want me to tell you what you need to do that you aren't doing? Okay, that's a great question. I don't have the time to get into that right now, but I tell you what. How about I come out tomorrow? Again, I got to work tomorrow. How about I come out tomorrow and make that a goal? We're going to talk about what Karen wants to talk about. What is it that we need to do? What that we're not doing? Okay, that's a great question, and thank you for that comment. I want more of the working class hustlers. I want more of the visitors to tell me what you want. We put a poll on the channel. Maybe you saw it, trying to figure out what you guys want. And overwhelmingly, it seems like the visitors to the channel, they want to just roll up their sleeves and get to the leads. So that's what we'll be doing in the future. But this is just something, this video was literally put together just to encourage those and let you know of the possibilities. I'm not as smart as you, probably academically or otherwise. The only thing I got and the only thing that I lean on is my work ethic. You're not going to outwork me. And I learned. I've read the book by Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, and he says in that book, and it's so true, perseverance. There's nothing can stop a person who's going to persevere except death. So you can't stop me. It may take me longer. I may make more mistakes along the way, but everything I need will be brought to me. Remember, if you're watching this video right now, it's not a coincidence. Ain't no such thing as a coincidence. You're here for a reason. but you get to determine what that reason was for. Okay. Was it just to be consuming some content? Because that's what you do, consume content. Was it just because you wanted to see how is he making this money and then you just move on? Or is your purpose for watching this video is because you're ready to tap in, to make a change, to start doing the work? If that's you, you've come to the right place. If it's your first time, please give us a like, thumbs up, share, and subscribe, and come back tomorrow. Guys, I got to get ready for work. I got one more order I got to process. Then listen, this is what I'm talking about. Then I got to get out the door. I literally have to stop at Family Dollar because I ordered products through the manager. I got 2 cases of products ready for me to pick up. I've tapped into that. And then I'm going to go to work. Then when I get off work, I'm going to come home. I'm going to work and I'm going to go to sleep so I can get some rest so I can get up and work. Work, work, work. That is what you're going to hear from me. So if you're not going to embrace the work, that's okay. But here's what the question you got to ask yourself. And I'm going to ask you this in closing. Where are you going to be financially next year? This same time next year? That is the question. You plan on living? So that means next year you're going to arrive somewhere. The question is where? The answer is what are you doing right now? That means every single day, right now. Think about that. Leave a comment and join me tomorrow. I love you all. La Machine, I'm out.